Welcome, my friends, to Kreshchatyk Street, the beating heart of Kyiv. As we walk along this avenue, you will discover not only its present beauty, but also the deep history carved into every stone and building. Kreshchatyk did not begin as a wide and bustling street. In fact, until the late 18th century, this place was a wooded valley with a stream running through it. Its name, Kreshchatyk, comes from the Old Slavic word meaning crossing or cross-shaped ravine, as many small valleys met here. For centuries, it was just a quiet natural area until Kyiv began to expand and grow.
Все, дуже дякую.
Бережіть себе і разом до перемоги. Здоров'я вам.
Навзаєм.
Дякую.
the 19th century, Khreshchatyk had transformed into the main commercial artery of Kyiv. Elegant buildings rose along the street, housing banks, shops, and theaters. It became the center of trade and social life. People came here not only to do business, but also to meet friends, enjoy cafes, and feel the pulse of the city. One of the most famous establishments was the Gradsky Garden, a public park where the citizens of Kyiv gathered for concerts and celebrations. Imagine the carriages, the street lamps glowing at night, and the fashionable ladies and gentlemen strolling proudly. Khreshchatyk was already Kyiv's pride. But history was not always kind to this street. During World War II, Khreshchatyk was almost completely destroyed. In September 1941, retreating Soviet forces planted explosives in many buildings. When the German army occupied Kyiv, the charges were detonated, devastating nearly the entire street. The ruins stood for years, a haunting reminder of war. Yet, from this destruction, Khreshchatyk was reborn. In the 1950s, the avenue was rebuilt in Grand Soviet style. Massive buildings with neoclassical facades, wide sidewalks, and spacious squares. The street became not only functional, but symbolic, a demonstration of resilience and renewal.
Добрий день. Сьогодні я запрошую вас на неквапливу прогулянку однієї із головних артерій міста Києва – Хрещатик.
Khreshchatyk also witnessed some of the most important events in Ukraine's modern history. Here, parades were held during the Soviet years, filling the avenue with soldiers, tanks, and flags. Later, in the 1990s, after Ukraine declared independence, Khreshchatyk became the stage for celebrations, concerts, and gatherings. And in the early 2000s, it was at the heart of the Orange Revolution, when thousands of Ukrainians filled the street demanding fair elections and democracy. Again, in 2013 and 2014, during the Revolution of Dignity, people gathered here, standing for freedom, justice, and the future of the nation. Khreshchatyk has always been more than stone and asphalt. It is the living memory of the Ukrainian people. Walking today, you can see how Khreshchatyk balances history with modern life. On weekends, the avenue is closed to traffic, turning into a pedestrian paradise. Street musicians perform, families stroll, children play, and visitors take photos of the grand buildings and lively squares. Cafes and restaurants serve Ukrainian cuisine, while global brands fill the shops. In the summer, you can smell roasted coffee and fresh pastries from the open terraces. In winter, the street shines with festive lights and Christmas markets, transforming into a wonderland. Along the way, you will notice important landmarks: Independence Square, or Maidan Nezalezhnosti, stands proudly at the northern end of Khreshchatyk. This is the symbolic center of Ukraine, where history continues to unfold. Nearby, the post office building and the trade union's house mark significant places tied to the revolutions. At the opposite end of the street, Bessarabska Square, with its famous indoor market, offers a taste of local life, from fresh fruits to caviar. Every corner of Khreshchatyk tells a story, whether about resilience, joy, or the spirit of community. Even the details of the architecture reveal its layered past. Look closely, and you will see the grand arches, the decorative stonework, and the Soviet emblems still present on the buildings. Yet among them, modern glass structures rise, showing that Kyiv is always moving forward, always blending the old with the new. Kyiv is not just a street, it is a timeline of Kyiv itself. From a quiet ravine, to a thriving commercial hub, to ruins, and then to rebirth, it mirrors the history of Ukraine, enduring hardships, but always finding strength to rise again. Every step here connects you with the past and the present at once. So, as we continue this walk, take a moment to feel the heartbeat of Kyiv under your feet. The laughter of children, the music of street performers, the rush of history in the air. All of it makes Kyiv not only a street, but a story. And now, that story is yours to carry.